Alright, let's see. I'm going to test out the de-icing on the Flightfactor 777 version 2. I did a trip the other day and it took almost 20 minutes to finally figure out there's no documents that I've come across as of yet on the date of this video. So I just started experimenting on my own and knowing a little bit about the ramp, done some work on the ramp for a couple of years. So let's see if we can get this. I did several tests before actually filming this, so let's see if we can get this right. One suggestion is that if you're going to de-ice in cold weather operation, just put a couple of more 100 pounds of fuel and or kilos in the event that the de-icing truck doesn't show up right on time. You know, maybe sitting there burning precious fuel. Alright, so what I got here is one to power up the aircraft. And this is a test, so we're not flying. We just want to test out the de-icing. Okay, bleed, air bleeds, engine APU. Okay, we'll take a look outside. Alright, so if you're actually going to do a flight, it's suggested that you go ahead and do your regular routine, setting up for departure, setting up the CDU, the MCP, loading the aircraft. Like I said, add a couple of 100 more pounds of fuel or kilos, and maybe 500 pounds or less, depending on your liking. Also, to review the cold weather operations in the flight cruise operation manual for the 777, the B777. It's on page SP.16.2, and it goes up to SP.16.13. So just review that. It'll tell you what systems that you turn on and you turn off. So in this case, let's go ahead and act like we already have the aircraft loaded and everything, and what I want to do is to have the crew start closing things up. So I'm going to talk to the ramp crew. This is the freighter, so we want to let me get a hold of the loadmaster to close the door.
Hi, Captain. Hear you loud and clear.
Please close all doors.
All right.
While I'm doing that, and while he's doing that, let's go ahead and turn on the APU. In the previous times I tried to, according to the Flightfactor recorder, he wants you to start the engines, and then they'll go, and when you set your brakes, then you'll go ahead and they'll de-ice the airplane. But I sat there for a long period of time, burnt a lot of fuel, and until trying to figure out, should I just go ahead and go? But the wings are full of snow, so that's a death sentence right there. So I want to get the APU up and running. And we have, I'm going to go ahead and put on the hydraulics. Should be C1 and 2. Engine, fuel pumps are on. I'm going to go ahead and put on the beacon. I'm going to disconnect the ground power units, so that when I ask him to go ahead and remove all the equipment, he'll do it. Okay, so the Loadmaster closed that door. So I'm just going to go to Airplane page, go to Doors, make sure that any other doors are closed, will be closed. Airplane ground surfaces. These are the things that are still hooked up. So what I will do here now is go to the main menu, Airplane, Captain's Command. Okay. Hold that page right there. That time I'm going to come back over here, call the ground crew.
Good day. How do you hear?
Hello, sir.
Now I'm going to ask him to remove all the
Please
equipment.
remove all ground equipment.
Sure.
I'm also going to ask him to close, go back up here to close all the doors.
Please close this hatch.
Will do.
And really, if you go to the, since we made connections with the ramp, you'll see here, if you go to Airplane, Captain's Command, he'll ask, you can ask him to remove all ground equipment. So that's a shortcut. But these lights have to be on, which means that you need to communicate through the comm for each individual. So in this case, we're just focusing on the ground crew. So let's just go back over here. I just want to double check. Doors are closed. We have some personnel there. We got these cones. I remember the other time I started the engines and watched the cones being blown away. So they really didn't do all that the way I asked. So we're just going to go ahead and double check, remove all ground equipment.
Go ahead and disconnect all ground equipment.
On it, sir.
Then I'm going to ask him to go ahead and verify that to request to close all hatches.
Please close all hatches and remove all personnel. We are ready to pressurize the hydraulics.
Sure, sir. We are all ready here.
Okay, now you see that the crew light is off. All right, and so if you hit it again, then he's going to call the crew back. So in this case, we don't really want to call the crew back yet. So what I want to do, okay, is to go ahead and get better pushback. Or if you already use the pushback that comes with the Flightfactor 777, use that. That's fine.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Okay, so what I want to do here is just to make sure that there's nobody around. All the doors are closed. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and call for pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Toes driving up.
Make sure that everything is in order. Now, to know your procedures, you need to, like I said, go ahead and review the cold weather operation in the flight
All doors and hatches are closed.
the
Ready
FCOM
to connect.
for the manual, and this way you'll stay on track. So all equipment is removed through the EFB and the Captain Command page. Pushback is coming up, so we're going to push back out the cargo area. Okay, he's lifting us up.
Tow connected. Bypass bin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay. I'm not going to start the engines because
Starting pushback. You may
it's cold
start
out,
engines.
and so by that happening, it just may slide and go the wrong way. So
Have
we
a
just
safe flight.
so when we get back out here to the ramp, this is what they want you to do. They want you to set your brakes and start your engines. Now I'm here in Anchorage, Ted Stevens Airport, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see a de-icing pad that I can go to. So what I'm just going to do is just going to de-ice right here. It's just a show. I could have gone straight back to this area, this pad area, and go ahead and de-ice, but I'm just going to turn it around so that once we de-ice it, we just get ready to go. So all doors are closed, hatches are closed, ramp crew via the ramp crew or the flight attendant or the load master. The APU is started. Pushing back from the gate area. I'm using better pushback. If you're acquainted with the Flightfactor pushback, go have at it. And you should be coming to a stop. Okay, there you go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, so the parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And what I'm now going to do is to start the engines. As soon as he's clear, alright, so he's disconnecting to give me the hand signals. Since he's clearing, I'm going to go ahead and start number 2.
Tow has been disconnected. Bypass bin's been removed. Hand signal on the right. See you next time. Have a safe flight.
Okay, there's the pin. He's on his way. Start number one. Hey, these engine sounds absolutely awesome. Okay, so the brakes are set. Engines 1 and 2 are started. Now, according to the FCOM for the 777, you could, if the APU is required, you keep it on. If not, you shut it down. So in this case, I'm just gonna keep it running. Okay, now I'm going to go to the captain's command. I'm going to ask for the crew to come back, and then we're going to request de-icing. Now, I believe if you hit the request for de-icing, the first officer will tell you that, hey, you need the crew, which, you're acting ignorant, so. So I'm just going to hit the crew.
Please ask the ground personnel to approach.
We can't do it right now.
There he is. Alright, so now I want to
We
de-icing.
would like to order the de-icing service.
Let me contact them via radio and request it.
So this light's going to...
It will be here shortly. Make sure the park brake is on.
Thank you.
Okay. So then now I'm going to go outside and look for them. And see, that's why you have to have a few more pounds of fuel or kilos, because they're not just instantaneously showing up. Okay, there they are. Oh, since it already started, what this procedure calls for the packs to be closed in the APU, so that the de-icing fluid doesn't get into the system and start to smoke the cabin. And that you can find that in the FCOM special page. And truthfully speaking, I don't remember when I was working the ramp that the ice in the 777 that we had the engines running. The APU would run, but I don't know, maybe procedures changed. But you know, running those big old engines, you would think that it would be a little bit unsafe, but that's per company. Okay guys, so that's that. They're gone. So now you want to put the bleeds back on, so you can, in this case this is a freighter, so you want to cool the aircraft back down. If there's passengers, you want to give them some air. And so I should have had timed it, sorry, but that's how long it would take to get the de-icing through the Flightfactor. It's not any of the manuals, I've checked already, so this is the best that I can do. I hope that you enjoy it. If you have any comment, you can go to my Discord channel through YouTube, and I'll have this little procedure that I had typed up for you, and hopefully it'll work for you. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.